Welcome to Dallas Cowboys Take. I'm Ryu. This is Joe. As always, show is brought to you by nobody. Not yet. We'll get there soon. We'll get some phone calls. Yeah. We're getting some phone calls. We might get a sponsor here or there soon.
Yep.
But first, before we get into stuff, like I always said, I wanted to promote OC, Orange County Hot Hitters over there at Spoons. Santa Ana off of Dyer after 55. They're there every Sunday. Win, lose, or draw. Diehard fans are there. You know, keeping the faith with the Cowboys. A lot better than I am. I'm not keeping the faith, but they are. But Orange County Hot Hitters over there every Sunday, Monday, or Thursday, Saturday, whenever we're playing, they'll be there. Go by, see them, get a beer, get some good food. But those are diehard fans, like we are. But let's get into the game.
Yes. Where should we start, Ryu?
Well, 25-3. We lost 25-3 against the. I'm gonna call them the Redskins against the Redskins.
Yeah, definitely.
What are your overall thoughts over the the game itself?
The overall game itself.
Yeah.
It just seems to me that there wasn't any effort at all during defensively, offensively. They all just seem like they're not playing for McCarthy, Ryan. It just doesn't. I don't see the intensity. Like, who's the leaders out there? You know, like there's no leadership out there.
Well, yeah, I think that's what came to my head too when you say effort. Like, there's no effort. Like, you know, people are lagging, and you watch other games like the Rams last night. They got people are going 100 miles per hour, full effort. Then you look at our game. It's just
what a difference. Like,
there's no effort.
And there's coaching. I mean, you see how well designed. Like, and you see McVay, they're at the goal line against one of the best defenses in the league, and he draws up a play well executed. Why can't our coaches do that?
Well, yeah, Kellen Moore's not creative like that. You think he would be because he's a youngster, the new generation.
Exactly.
He's younger than McVay. You think that he would be coming to more of a college-style offense, you know, more creative. But
tell me, man,
that's not the situation with our OC. But whatever, man. We got to live with it. Hopefully for the rest of this year, but we'll see.
What a funny thing to it. I did watch what you were saying there in the McCarthy press conference. He was like,
yeah, this guy, I don't know if you guys noticed. And then the shit out of me.
Dude, it was hilarious, man.
I told this guy yesterday, I said, watch McCarthy
when
he does his press conference, he's always smacking his lips.
Oh, my God.
He'll answer a question, and he'll go, and then he'll answer another question.
And he'll go, it was hilarious, Ryu.
I can't stand that shit. So if you guys haven't seen it, now you're going to see it, and you're going to notice it, and it's going to bother the crap out of you like it bothered the crap out of me. He noticed it now.
It was hilarious.
It's hilarious. Always smacking his lips. It just bugs the crap out of me. That's funny that you brought that up, though. So, Washington, I'm going to call them Washington. Their defense, as we mentioned.
They got some damn good talent up front.
Oh, I told you their front four is unbelievable.
I mean, you said they were good, but I didn't think they were that good. But they were all over us, man. I didn't even think our healthy offensive line.
They're unbelievable.
I know. They would have had a tough time with them.
Yeah.
But
what did we talk about last show? The blueprint now. Not even now, but the blueprint is to beat the Cowboys. Number one, the deep ball. We'll go into that a little later. But blitz. You blitz the Cowboys. What did the defense do? They blitz. They put pressure all day on the Cowboys like we said they were going to do. And we didn't do anything to capitalize on that. And then...
Well, you can tell they watched that Arizona tape really well. I mean,
right.
Defense quarter blitz, but they didn't blitz maybe as much as
Arizona did. No, they didn't.
But they did blitz, though.
I'll tell you why they didn't. Because their front four is so talented, they don't have to.
They don't have to.
They don't have to blitz as much. But when they did, it was effective.
It was effective.
And,
big time.
You know, we didn't do anything to capitalize on it. You'd think from last game to this game that you would come up with a different scheme, have some extra blockers in there. Because you have AMC, our receivers, that can beat people one-on-one. So if you need to throw a tight end in there to block, or if you need to have Zeke back there and block, which he did it one time and he got blown away.
I know. I've never seen Zeke get
well,
dude, he got robbed.
He waited for him. You can't wait for the guy.
Yeah,
when a linebacker's blitzing, you have to meet him. You can't wait for him to hit you because you're going to get ran over.
Oh, my God. He got rocked, right?
He got rocked, dude.
I've never seen him get really rocked like that.
But it's okay to get rocked if you do your job and the guy doesn't make the tackle. But he got rocked and the guy made the tackle. So, I mean, that's a learning experience for Zeke. I mean, I'm pretty sure he knows. But everybody's heads up their ass right in the Cowboys right now. You know you got to meet the guy. you got to meet the guy head
I mean,
on.
it was a good job. He stepped in. I mean, he knew where to
He knew where to
go.
He knew to pick
but
up.
He just didn't come up and hit him.
That was terrible.
That was pretty terrible, man.
Yeah. So, we said that the front four was talented. We said they were going to blitz the crap out of us. They blitzed the crap out of us.
They did what they wanted to do.
And that's going to be the blueprint going forward and all the rest of these games. So expect that to happen the rest of the season.
Especially with the young line we have right now.
Oh, yeah.
Offensive line.
Definitely. So, that's a little bit about their defense. And then on the other side of the ball, our offense can do shit.
Oh, nothing. I mean, they tried to do the Zeke thing where they tried to get him going, and then good thing about it, he didn't fumble at least, But
he did drop that. I mean, it was a little bit, that pass that got intercepted was a little bit behind him.
Yeah.
But he still could have caught it.
He could have caught it. Like you said, though, it was a bad pass. But he could have caught it, though.
But it's just our luck that it, Okay, so when we're on defense and that happens to other teams, the ball hits them and it goes and it hits the ground.
No one's around.
But us, it hits Zeke. It pops up and somebody's right there.
Someone's right there to get it.
Yeah, that's how we are. That's how
we are.
That's how our luck is, and it's been like that for years. And not just this year.
Not just this year.
This is why we are dead last. I think in turnovers on the defensive side, we can't create the turnovers for shit.
Nothing.
But that's how we are.
I heard we were 31 overall, and I heard the Texans were 30. So both Texas clubs are actually the worst defense.
Is it a Texas thing or what?
Texas thing, I guess, bro.
I don't know. It was awful on our offense because then you got CeeDee Lamb, which had 5 drops.
5 drops, man. That's unacceptable.
I mean, that
guy's. I know he's a rookie. I get it, but come on, for a guy like him, though. I mean, he even said to one of the coaches that was unacceptable, and they said that he's going to have more opportunities next game to redeem himself.
Yeah, he will. Of course he will. I'm not worried about CeeDee Lamb. It's one of those games that happens. It happens to the best. Receivers, they drop balls. Yeah. Happens to Jerry Rice. Happens to
Cooper. Cooper was the only one getting. He had a lot of catches, 8 catches, but he didn't. But it just didn't mean anything because he was the only one doing anything on all the drives.
Yeah, I know. It was. Those are what you call empty calories, and somebody's freaking texting me right now. I know damn well I'm doing the show. But those are what you call empty calories, They're meaningless. They didn't really mean shit, dude, And then we go to Gallup, and Gallup he had 0 catches, dude.
Man, again. Are you surprised by that?
I'm very surprised. He had a freaking goose egg. He had 0 catches. How does he have 0 catches?
I don't get it, man. He's too talented to just sit there and not even look his way.
Yeah.
Like you said, he on other teams, he'd be a number 1 or number 2.
Yeah. A lot of teams he would. Our offense, it sputtered all day. I just think our coaching, our offensive style is we've been talking about. It's too vanilla.
It's too old school.
It's too plain. You don't see many misdirections. You don't see any creativity. You might get it here and there, but when the receivers aren't getting open because there's no misdirection, there's no crossing patterns, there's no rubs, there's no anything like that to get these receivers open. And the one thing I told you about last week, what we needed to do, number 1, we needed to run the ball, which we couldn't do. But you still got to stick with it. Right. And then number 2, as I said, we got to do is we have to get quick passes, quick slants.
We're not doing that.
Quick screens like the Rams doing and whatnot. You get the ball in the quarterback's hand quick. And the other thing I said we got to keep on doing, and we got to keep on doing it the rest of the season is. You have to go up tempo.
Up tempo, yeah.
You have to. Why do you think the Rams are so successful in teams like that? Because they're quick on the ball. Defense can't react. Defense can't call their plays. Yep. Defense can't call blitz. They got to run their base package. The D coordinator doesn't have time to call something.
And you would think Moore would know this,
Right. So I'm sure in practices it's when you're going up against an offense that has up tempo. So the defense coordinator has a default defense. Yeah. For when that happens. So if it's quick tempo, the defense already knows what to run, and it's going to be a basic, cover 3 or man coverage, whatever it is. But they can't get creative. They can't do their twists. They can't do their stunts. They can't have a corner blitz, safety blitz. So you have.
They can't rotate their guys.
Right.
In,
you get them tired. So I don't understand when Kellen Moore or McCarthy for the most part, because he's the one that should be telling Kellen Moore, hey. Let's go up tempo.
Go more up tempo, yeah.
Do that, and we'll be better off. you got to do that all game with our offensive line, and we're gonna get into our quarterback with our third string quarterback now. You have no choice. You have to go up tempo. What's it gonna hurt? Nothing's working right now, right? So let's just go up tempo. Go no huddle. I know you can't do it the whole game. I get it.
He's trying to do. He's doing with Dak. He's trying to step back 5-step drop.
Can't
let him
do that.
look. You can't do that with this line we have right now.
It's
just tough. Maybe if Dak was there, yeah, because he has athleticism, he can do it. But not Andy Dalton, man. I mean, he has some, but not much.
Yeah, we're gonna get Andy Dalton in a second here, but there's no creativity. I wouldn't be surprised if Kellen Moore and Mike Nolan are gone next year. Then people can make the argument, well, hey Joe and Ryan, you guys are stupid because you had the number one offense or you had it before Dak went down. Yeah, I get that. But that's because we were coming from behind the whole time. And then you can go back to last year. Well, we had the number one offense last year. Yeah, I get that. But we had a better defense last year, so the defense is giving us more short fields.
Yeah,
true. They were making other teams punt, giving us short fields, giving us the ball more. So when you have the offense has the ball more, they have more chances to score, more yards to gain.
Yeah.
That was happening last year.
This is not happening.
It's not happening this year, and we're not getting short fields. We're not getting turnovers. So something's got to give.
Something's got to give. Yeah.
Someone's got to go. Can you imagine going into next season with the same exact coaching staff? Like, I'm not talking about McCarthy because you got to give McCarthy a chance.
At least another year. Yeah.
You got to give him at least another year.
Even though First Take today said Stephen A. said they want him out.
Yeah, everybody's saying they want him out.
Which I don't agree. I think the guy deserves at least 1 year.
You got to give him one more year. Now, would I be mad if Jera fired him? I wouldn't be mad, I would say you got to give him another year at least. Yeah. But what that one more year comes that you have to get rid of your defensive coordinator.
Well, if you're going to do that, Moore and Nolan have got to be gone.
That's
for sure, because this coaching staff cannot be the same next year at all. If they want the same thing to happen like it is this year, all the bad shit, it's going to happen again.
So last year's defense was middle of the pack, 15-17. Well, I think we talked about that last episode, but in the middle of the pack. But do you realize last year's defense is pretty much the same personnel as last year?
It is.
But this year and last year is pretty much the same personnel. It's not like we got
the only guy they're not is Sean Lee. He's the only one not there, really.
But Sean Lee's never there. You know what I mean? So the one person that is not there is he went to the Raiders. D tackle.
Oh yeah, and Heath. Can't forget your favorite player, Heath.
I don't worry about Heath. But a D line. His name's
Malik Collins.
Malik Collins. Yeah. I really liked Malik Collins. Yeah. He's gone. He went to the Raiders. But you basically have pretty much the same personnel.
Same personnel.
So that just tells you it's the D coordinator.
And it's coaching. And that's what it is.
It is.
The scheme isn't working.
It's not working because, like we said before, we have a 4-3 personnel. We're running a 3-4 defense. It's not going to work with these guys. So why we didn't keep Chris Richard is crazy. And you told me a crazy thing yesterday about Chris Richard, right?
Yeah.
That he's still technically getting a paycheck from the Cowboys.
He is. He's actually getting paid on the tail because he's still under contract because nobody else signed. He didn't sign with anybody, so he's just sitting at home getting paid by the Cowboys doing nothing.
So, to me, if you're paying the guy, bring him on board. And I'm not saying he's got to be a defensive coordinator, but
he's a consultant or a defensive coordinator. And not even coordinator.
DB's coach.
DB coach.
Let him come out and be DB's coach because he has that fire.
Yeah.
He gets in their face. He gets in their ass. He did that last year. I loved it. He got in their ass.
No one doesn't do that shit.
No. It's terrible. It's Bush League.
Bush League.
Mike Nolan doesn't do shit. From what I'm hearing, his defense is too complicated. It's a hybrid and it doesn't work. You have to make it simpler for these guys. Yeah. So that's my thought. That's your thought. Chris Richard should be back in some kind of capacity.
Something.
He's getting paid, and I don't understand. We don't get it why he's not even on the. We should have made him our D coordinator. And he's been there for a couple years, so let him be a D coordinator.
That's why I'm surprised
if he doesn't do good.
Jerry didn't ask McCarthy before he hired him. Look, we got a good thing going with our defense right now. We don't want to lose that either. It's I understand he wanted to get his own guys, but Jerry could have convinced him to keep Richard there.
That is the perfect example, and you're probably not going to know this, But perfect example of cronyism. You know what cronyism is?
Cronism?
Cronyism. You know what that is?
No, what is that?
It's hiring. He hired Mike Nolan because that's his friend. That's cronyism.
Man.
That's why he hired him, not because he's the best for the job.
Because he got his start, right? When he was the head coach with the Niners, right?
Right. So
he gave his start.
Mike Nolan's there, and we have to deal with it for the rest of this year because I don't think Jared's going to fire him.
Jared's not going to fire him. He already said, even
him.
today, like I know yesterday, that they like this. They like
their
guys,
coaches
and they like the scheme, and they want them to play it out. You know, so I'm like, Jesus. If they can't see it by Washington game, Ryan, when are they going to see it? Honestly, when are they going to do it?
They see it, but there's some people like Skip Bayless. He honestly thinks, and Skip Bayless is a diehard Cowboy fan.
I didn't watch Skip.
He honestly thinks that Jarrah wants to tank, and this is why he's not making any moves. He wants to tank because he wants to get the best draft pick possible, which I agree with, which you don't agree with.
Okay.
He wants to get the best draft pick. Okay, so picture this. Picture this, people. Let me look straight at the camera. Right. Picture this. Cowboys somehow, someway get the number 1 pick. Everybody wants Trevor Lawrence. Not saying we want him. Yeah. We have Dak.
Yeah.
But you know how valuable that number 1 pick is? If you have the number 1 pick, you can trade that for 2 first-rounders this year, 2 next year, 1 next year, 2 second, or whatever the case is, because people are going to
trade bait,
it's
right?
Good, great trade bait. So if you have that number 1 pick, you can do a lot of things with it.
A lot of things.
You can trade, like somebody has a number 7 pick and they want that. We'll take your number 7. You get our number 1, but and then they have the number.
We want your number 1 next year.
Oh, it could be like this,
and like a third the following.
Well, it could be. Let's just say Cleveland, because they always have the number 1 pick, but they don't this year. They always have 2 or 3 picks. Let's just say Cleveland, you have number 7 and number 24. We'll give you number 1, but we want your number 7 and 24 and number 2 next year. I mean, that's a lot to ask for, but.
You never know.
They might do it.
Jerry's good at doing that.
So if you give me the number 7, number 24th pick this year, I can get some good players, and then I'll have 2 second-rounders. That's a lot. So
that's a lot,
I think I think Skip Bayless might have something here, dude. You are going to tank, and this is why Jarrah's not doing anything. He's not firing anybody, and we're going to talk about the trade about Griffin. But this is what you know what I mean. And this is why you're hearing rumors about them playing Anai. They're playing these. They're gonna play some people that haven't played. They've been on the practice squad, like Bernard. They're linebackers. Let's play them and see what they got.
Randall Gergie's gonna have a lot more reps.
Let's see what they got. Why? Because he might be saying, okay, this season is a wash. Let's get a better draft pick. Mm-hmm. I agree with you, and I argued over it Saturday. You don't agree with it. Tell them what you want to do. Tell them you want to go make the play. You'd rather make the playoffs, right?
Of course I want to, because I'm a Cowboy fan. I'm a diehard, so of course I want to make the playoffs. But the only way, to your point, that I'm going to even agree with,
you're going to agree with me. All right.
When I thought about it,
was
we get towards the last 4 games, right? 4 or 3 games, and we're completely out. Where we're like 5 or 6 games out of it. Then I'm going to be like, okay, then that's fine. I mean, last 4 games, if we're completely out of it, we're not going to go, and it's reason that there's nothing we can do to get in.
Right.
Then I don't mind. Then I don't mind going after whatever the draft pick or whatever.
You just might get that might happen because I'm looking at the schedule.
What our division is. I mean,
I get it, but Eagles are playing tough. The Giants are playing better. The Redskins just beat us. They're playing better.
Yeah.
They're all playing better than us.
Yeah.
Right? I looked at our schedule.
Yeah.
We might not win another game the whole season, dude.
Are you serious?
We might win 1, dude.
God, I mean, what's our schedule like?
Well,
is it that bad?
We still have to play the Redskins and the Giants and the Eagles twice, but Eagles are going to beat us. Eagles are going to beat us twice. They're starting to get healthy. They're going to look without Dak. It's not going to happen, dude. Without our offensive line, it's not going to happen.
But at least Andy gives us a chance. You know, I mean, if you have Andy in there, at least he'll be back after this week, but. At least with Andy, you still got to give him a shot. Because I know he can still make it happen, man, if he just gets some damn blocking.
That's hard. That's a hard thing to do because our offensive line they're done. They're all rookies. And
I know.
And Connor Williams, that's it.
You can see them all making mistakes.
It's tough, but that's okay. You know what? Let me tell you why it's okay.
But did you like the fire that Dalton did when he went and yelled at those guys?
Oh, I loved it.
Yeah, I mean,
I loved it.
No one hasn't done that to them all year.
I love the fire that he had.
At least somebody had some fire, man.
So I don't mind that at all. I mean, Tom Brady does it, and it gets him. It works. You know what I mean? But our offensive line is only good thing about our offensive line is that these guys are going to get experience, valuable experience.
Yeah.
So when
somebody gets hurt again,
right,
they'll be ready to go.
Exactly. So if next year when our whole line is back, there could be of course somebody calls me and during taping here. Hot Rod, you're watching this. Told you not to call me during the show. That's Hot Rod, and he wants to be on the show. We'll get him on the show, but
we'll get him.
It's valuable experience for these guys, and then next year you might have a healthy competition because these guys are going to get stronger. They're going to get better in their technique. That experience is going to be valuable for them. So,
because Collins, Smith, they're out for the year, of course.
Looney's out.
Martin Looney might come back maybe towards the end a little bit. But we're definitely going to get Zach Martin back probably next game. Not this Sunday, but probably next Sunday.
I thought he was coming back this week, no?
No, they haven't said anything, bro. Concussion protocol.
Well, I mean, that's all right. I mean, for me personally, and it hurts, it pains me to say this because I've never just said this before in my life. Yeah, but I want to lose every game from now on.
See, I don't agree with him. So.
Of course he does. He never agrees with me. We rarely agree on anything. That's one thing we definitely don't agree with.
That's how we
got an argument Sunday. He hung up on me. All right.
Yeah.
He hung up the phone.
Because I'm a diehard.
He didn't want to talk anymore. He said,
I don't
he didn't even say bye. He just hung up.
I just don't like when it's negative, man.
I get it. I don't like negative either.
I know, right? But you gotta have some patience with this, man.
Oh no, not this year, dude.
I know not this year.
Not this year.
But you just never know. I always just leave it to where you never know, though, man. I mean, something can happen. I mean, what if this Venaducci guy, this rookie guy we have, Venaducci, because he comes in there and just starts gunslinging it away, and let's say he does well.
Because we don't know his name too well, we just call him Vinny Venaducci. Our third string quarterback.
You never know, man. What if he just starts? Get all the week. You got all the reps this week. What if he starts? Like halfway not decent.
That's what you call wishful thinking.
Whatever.
Wishful thinking right there. So
hey, man, you never know.
I go back to how bad we were in 2015, and we got the number 4 pick, and we got Zeke Elliott from it. Mm-hmm. Good things happen when you have these picks. Washington, they have 5 first-round players on their D-line, dude, because they've been crappy for a long time. They're still crappy, don't get me wrong. But their defense is solid because of those draft picks.
But, is it really that strong, the draft class? If we didn't have Dak, then a lot of people would be saying, oh, yeah, we should go for Lawrence. Then people, I think, would be talking more now. But,
of course.
But because they know we want Dak back, and we're going to get Dak back, they're not going to say, oh, even the Cowboys take it, whatever, like, they're going to get Lawrence. You know what I mean? So
yeah, but
I can't see Jerry taking Lawrence.
It's not going to take Lawrence. It's good.
Even if that happens.
It's good trade bait, though. Very good trade bait. Because you're going to need another offensive lineman. And then the rest has got to be defense.
Or it can also work in your advantage, too. Like, now you were saying, like, okay, you can use it as a number 1 draft pick, yeah. But let's just say we have tons of problems with Dak again. Okay, Lawrence, you're staying here.
But that's a wasted draft pick, dude.
I know. But the thing is that if they know for sure if Dak ain't going to come back with the price we want, then we're going to have to... Everyone's saying this guy Lawrence could just be all of a sudden like that rookie that can come in like he can be a Lamar or whatever.
Or he's going to be like Burrow. Joe Burrow's awesome.
Joe Burrow, yeah.
Joe
Burrow's doing unbelievable right now.
I can't see Jared doing that, but I wouldn't. There's that 1% chance that he would.
Yeah.
If we got, let's not even talk about that because we don't even know what the draft order is going to be.
We don't even know.
But here's the thing. Here's another thing you're not thinking about.
What's up?
Every contract the Cowboys have it's all incentive based. Mm-hmm. So if you make the playoffs, you have to pay out those incentives. If you don't make the playoffs, those incentives don't get paid out. Yeah. And I forgot about that, but I talked to my brother today. I was on the phone with him talking about stuff. And he's a diehard Cowboy fan too. Mm-hmm. My brother Sean, my brother Petey, diehard fans. I was talking to Sean today, and I forgot about that. He made a great point. He said, look, I would rather not make the playoffs either because we get a better draft pick. And he's all, something you're not thinking about is all these contracts that are incentive-based when you make the playoffs, Andy Dalton makes the playoffs, that's more money you have to pay out. That's more money that Jared gets to save.
Okay.
So, that's a great point. And so I agree with it. So you save more money, and then you can use that elsewhere. You know what I mean? So that's just me. I'd rather not make the playoffs. This guy would rather make the playoffs. He owed me two breakfast burritos, by the way.
Even if we end up 6-10, we win the division. Hey, we'll still get a good draft pick. Even if we won the division.
Yeah, but if you can get number one, number two, number three draft pick. The teams that are ahead of us right now are the Jets because they haven't won a game.
Yeah.
Who else is ahead of us? I can't remember, but the Jets are number one right now. So if we stay status quo, you remember that status quo?
Status quo.
Yeah, he knows the status quo is. Now if we stay status quo and see where we're at, we go 2-14, which I can't imagine. But if we go 2-14, we'll be in a good. And it's hard to talk like that. Hard to say I want to go 2-14. It's very hard being a diehard Cowboys fan. But I'm thinking about the future, and we're not gonna have a future.
Just in case if it does happen, then
right.
Then we have to just deal with it.
Yeah, I mean.
Can't predict the future, but if
it is what it is.
It is what it is.
Yep. So let's get to the elephant in the damn room.
Mm-hmm.
Andy Dalton, dude. When he got hit like that.
Oh, my God, dude.
Tell me why nobody came to his defense.
That's what I don't understand, dude. Like, what I was hearing, I just think there's just no leadership at all on that team.
Bush League.
And Bush League and everybody. I'm telling you right now, I don't think they like McCarthy, dude. I just don't think they.
But
play for him.
Even if you don't like McCarthy, that's your quarterback, dude.
I know.
You at the very least, that Bostic that hit him, you push him.
At least push him.
You gotta push him. You gotta get in his face or something. But nothing happened, dude.
I couldn't. I was shocked that nobody even said anything to that guy. I mean, not one person came up to that guy.
Nothing. And people, I heard people on Speak for Yourself with Marcel Wiley, and I've heard
What do they say?
I heard and then I heard First Take or Undisputed. They're like, well, if that was Dak, they definitely would have gotten that guy's face, Bostic's face. They would have pushed him. And then other people were like, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter if it's Dak or Zeke. That's your teammate, especially a quarterback, because quarterbacks they don't get hit ever. They don't get hit in practice. They never get hit. So when your quarterback's laying there. It doesn't matter if it's a third string, fourth string. You got to defend your quarterback. You got to stick up for him. You got to get in that guy's face. You got to push him. And then Zeke's excuse was, well, if we do that, then we get a penalty and one of us might get kicked out. It doesn't matter. You're not going to win anyways, dude. You got to get that. To me is just Bush League. That tells you you're not a team. You don't care for one another.
Nope.
And that's how our team is.
They're not treating like a family, like a team.
Normally
they're all family. They stick up for each other.
Not right now.
It doesn't seem like it.
Not right now.
None of that's there, man.
And I'm sorry to say, whether we like it or not, that comes down to McCarthy.
It does.
He's the head coach.
It does.
And he can go in the press conference and freaking smack his lips all he wants.
Yeah,
Talk about, I thought they should have, whatever he said, that they should have did something. I don't even know what he said, but he didn't really say that. But he's always like, it didn't look good, and I wish they would have. I cannot stand that.
Dude, I was laughing, dude. I was watching that press conference.
You know what? I know because
I know you were talking about, man.
Because when we hung up the phone and then you watched the interview, I watched it too, and I go, I wonder if you're seeing what I'm seeing. Like I told you to see, and you actually saw it. Yeah,
it's hilarious, man.
Yeah, so it comes down to McCarthy, and that's on him. Something's got to change next year. The culture's got to change. But we'll see what happens going forward. But that Dalton injury, I mean, he's not going to play this week. They say he's questionable, but you don't need to play.
You don't need to play. Yeah. I mean, look, if he feels great going into Sunday night, like it's a night game, and he feels like he can give it a go. I mean, he'll go through the concussion protocol, and if he passes it, then okay, well, play, and that's even better for us. So we don't have to start Vinny Beneducci. We'll see what the third.
Let's see what Beneducci's got.
Let's see what he's got.
Give him a chance because I want to lose anyway. So
I want to see what he's got.
Yeah, we'll see what happens. So, go back to the defensive side real quick because got my little notes here. The Redskins had their season high in rushing this past week. Seems like everybody has their rushing high or their passing something.
Mayfield had his best passing day ever against us.
Oh, they had their best rushing day as well. And then Washington, he had a running back who didn't even know what his name was. He rushed. He had a season high, probably his career high against us. And that's just how our defense is. Man. So, I mean, what can we do?
Bad, man.
It's. I'm a diehard. You're a diehard. So we're always gonna watch. We're always gonna watch.
Of course.
Doesn't mean it's easy to watch.
No, it's not easy.
It's not easy to watch. as always, as Cowboy fans, you expect bad things to happen, but now you're just bad things are gonna happen.
Yeah, dude.
And
well, I mean, me and this guy, we're laughing on the phone sometimes how bad it is because it's that bad.
All you gotta do in the Cowboys, run the ball and throw it deep,
and just throw deep on us. And that's
you're either gonna catch it for a touchdown or you're gonna get a PI because we get PIs all the time.
Every time.
One or the other. So that's the blueprint. If you're on offense, rush, throw it deep, all day.
You blitz us every time.
And then on defense, blitz us every time. We're done. Our coaches aren't good enough to see that. No halftime adjustments, nothing like that.
Nothing.
It's always just the same old vanilla.
Now I can see why Aaron Rodgers was saying that McCarthy was saying it's too vanilla our offense at the time.
Well, supposedly he took that year off and he interviewed every coach and watched every football game there was and went through analytics and this and that and
did everything.
So great, that's fine, and I'm cool with that. Well, then you should be calling the freaking plays. Then you should be the OC.
When do you think it's gonna happen? Honestly, if you had to make a guess.
I don't think it's gonna happen until next year.
You don't think he's gonna take over playing duties at all this year?
I think he should.
Okay.
I think he should do it this year.
Yeah, you're right. I just don't see it happening. I don't think he wants to do.
Jarrah is not. The thing about Jarrah is he's not cutthroat. He's not. Kellen Moore, you're not getting the job done.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm gonna give we gotta have McCarthy call the play. He's not cutthroat. He's a businessman, and I'm assuming that in his business ventures, like in business life, he's cutthroat. Like, hey, you're fired, you're gone.
Yeah.
I want this is how I want it. But I think when it comes to personnel in this football team, he's too soft and he thinks about their feelings, and which is I don't know if it's a good thing or a bad thing because he's very loyal. He's a loyal guy.
I just think he's gotta eventually, God, do you think he will ever hire a general manager, honestly? Do you think the only time he'll ever do it is that maybe if he's already old as it is, he's 70 years old, but do you think he'll do it maybe in a couple years?
I don't think that he will do it. I think Steven will do it. When he gives control to Steven, majority control, because Jarrah is too much of an egomaniac. He wants to do it his way so bad so that when everybody right now is saying, you need to hire a GM, so that if he doesn't hire one and we end up winning the Super Bowl, he's going to point at everybody, see, I told you. Yeah. I told you I can do it, and I told you we didn't need a GM. That's what he wants to do. Mm-hmm. But it's taking too long.
Way too long.
So do I think he's going to hire a GM? No. I think Steven will end up hiring a GM when he has majority control.
I kind of agree with you on that. Yeah. I think Steven will be the one the first to do that.
Yeah, I think it's going to be Steven. We'll see. But he's Jarrah. I mean, a lot of times I feel bad for the guy. He gets a bad rap.
He does.
He pays his players. I mean, he didn't pay Dak, but he pays his players. He's loyal to them. He usually keeps them a year too long. Then he should have let him go a year earlier. That's what you want to do. Let him go a year early than keeping him a year long. Yeah. And that's how he is. And there's been times when we've had, almost every year we have the most talent, but something's wrong always. It's our coaching, it's our play. I don't know what it is.
It's always something.
So I do feel bad for him, but then at the end of the day, you have to put blame on him because it's his team. Yeah. He's making the calls. He let McCarthy hire Nolan. That's on him.
Got a point.
That's Jarrah for you.
It's Jarrah.
I mean, he's fan friendly. He's fan friendly, dude. He's really fan friendly. When I'm at the Oxnard, when I'm in training camp, and I'm working.
Nice guy, man. I met him too.
I'm working the sidelines, because I worked training camp because I got the inside scoop. I know somebody that knows somebody gets me in. I work the training camp on the sidelines. Next year in Oxnard, come see me. Be like, "What's up, Ryan? Dallas Cowboys Take." I'll interview you, do all that good stuff. But I'm on the sidelines, and Jarrah talks to everybody. He lets you wear his ring. He'll give you his ring. You'll put it on your finger. That's the kind of guy he is. Yeah. And that's how he is with this football team. But sometimes it could be, it could be bad. But we'll see what happens going forward. To me, this season's a wash. You want to still keep going. We'll see how that goes.
See how that goes.
Well, we could talk about. We made a trade today, right?
Yes, we did. So apparently, Detroit is going to get Everson Griffin away from us for a 6-rounder, but that can potentially be a fifth rounder.
I saw that.
They're saying, so that's not too bad. And we saved $3 million in cash this year on the cap also.
What's so crazy is that when we got Griffin, we were so pumped and so excited.
So was I. He was my guy. I told you.
We were so excited about it.
And now,
now
he's gone. Now already.
We don't even care that he's gone. That's the thing. That's how crazy it is.
Yeah, man.
But what's crazy about it is that nobody wanted him in the offseason. We got him, and we ended up getting a draft pick for him. So, I mean, that's a positive. We did something good.
Yeah, at least that was the positive today.
We got an extra draft pick.
An extra draft pick could be turned into a fifth. And we saved $3 million on the cap.
And you could package a fifth and a third to get an extra second or whatever the case may be, but you can package that to get an extra draft pick or trade. You know what I heard is I don't know if you heard, but the reason why we got rid of HaHa Clinton Dix because he didn't agree with Mike Nolan. Did you know that?
I didn't.
He didn't agree with Mike Nolan, and they had some conversations, and they got rid of him. Same thing happened to why Carr was gone.
Why?
Same thing. I heard this.
That's interesting.
That they got not an argument, but like a disagreement on how the defense was. Mm-hmm. So Mike Nolan wanted to get rid of HaHa Clinton Dix, and he wanted to get rid of Carr.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
So I can just see it now. This is why I think a big reason why Earl Thomas isn't on this team is I know a guy like Earl with his temperament, will get on Nolan big time. And that's why he's probably not.
If you put 2 and 2 together, this is why they want Earl, because he's going to butt heads with Mike Nolan.
Big time.
Therefore, they don't want him, which is crap. Yeah. Bush League.
Now, if Richard was here, Richard coached him in Seattle all those years during Legion of Boom. And then that would have been great. God, if we would have Richard.
I guarantee you, if Richard was our D coordinator, they would have got Earl.
Oh, easy.
They would have got him a long time ago.
Because they know Earl knows his defense.
They would have got him a long time ago. We haven't had a good safety, and I'm gonna tell you, we haven't had a good safety since Darren Woodson.
I've told you that for years, dude. We have not got one since Woodson ever retired. It's just still waiting for.
You people could say, "What about Roy Williams?" Yeah, Roy Williams is a hitter. He's a tackler.
He's a hitter.
He couldn't cover very well.
Cover.
I mean, and that's the closest we've gotten to.
Maybe that's the closest guy. Maybe closest to Woodson.
Right, but they haven't had a Darren Woodson in a long time. We need a safety, and we better get one in the draft or make a trade or something.
We gotta get somebody.
Man. And we have Diggs as our corner, and I think he's gonna be the future. We get another lockdown corner. We get a safety. Our linebackers, I don't care what people say. People are talking a lot of shit on linebackers, dude.
Our linebackers are
Van Der Esch and Jalen Smith. You got to understand, they were balling out last year and the year before when they were in a different scheme. You put them in this scheme this year and you switch their positions. Yeah, they're not doing so well, but they're out of their element. And
the whole defense isn't doing well.
No, and so
that's the thing.
So our linebackers they're solid. People solid. Stop talking shit about these guys, man. They're good. You get them in the right system, right scheme, they're gonna be back to normal.
Some idiot was saying, "Oh, would you guys take a 6-rounder and Jalen Smith's contract?" I go, "Are you a complete idiot? You really want to get rid of Jalen Smith?"
That guy's an idiot. Who was that? Is that one of your friends, dude?
No, dude. It was somebody on the Bleacher Report.
Was that Tyler?
No.
Your boy Tyler?
No, it wasn't my boy Tyler.
Or is that Ernie? Your boy Ernie there?
Nah, it wasn't Ernie.
Coming up with some ridiculous comments
I saw it on that Bleacher Report today. I was just telling myself, why would you want to get rid of Jalen Smith?
People want to get rid of him, dude. They want to get rid of him.
Ridiculous, man.
I know he missed a tackle, but
everybody missed tackles. Fine. Ray Lewis missed a lot of tackles.
We're gonna be fine, dude. Yeah, we're gonna be fine. So, anything else? Here we go. First of all, you owe me. I don't know why I keep saying first of all.
Lion Ben,
I keep saying first of all, and it's not a first of all.
Let's keep it at 2. So
I said first of all in the beginning of the show. Now it's like a sixth of all. So 7th of all, you owe me 2 breakfast burritos.
And we'll keep it at that.
You don't want to bet this week?
No.
You have a prediction for the game? Score?
Yeah.
What's your prediction?
Philadelphia 24, Dallas 17.
Wow, you're predicting a loss. Wow. I'll tell you what.
With Vinny Vitaducci, rookie quarterback, it's a lot for that guy to take in.
I think it's going to be Philadelphia 31, Cowboys 9.
Okay.
We're not going to get 1 touchdown. Okay. Three field goals maybe, and that's it. It's going to be terrible, dude.
I'm just thinking about Vitaducci.
What do you mean you have a thing about it? You don't even know the guy, dude.
No, you might get a couple touchdowns. You never know. Throw a couple of them. Yeah.
This guy's something special. He's something special. Yeah. Hey, but you got to give him props. He's thinking positive.
Hey, man.
He's always thinking positive.
Just want to, man.
I mean, I'm a positive guy when it comes to life. I'm positive when it's something I can control. Okay? That's me. If I can control it, I'm positive 100%. Not 150, not 110, because I hate that shit. It's no higher than 100%. You know when somebody says, I need you to give 110%, that's just completely stupid. It's only 100% anyways.
Go 100%.
Getting off topic. I forgot what I was talking about. What was I talking about?
About the game, Philly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I say 31-9.
31-9.
Yeah, you're positive.
17.
So if it's something that I can't freaking control, then I'm gonna be a realist, and I'm gonna tell you exactly what I feel. I can't think with my heart. I gotta be something I can't control. I gotta tell you how it is. We're gonna lose. He says we're gonna lose. Sorry, Cowboy fans. That's the way it is. You don't like it? Comment.
Exactly.
Email us. Put a comment in there. We'll talk about it. I've gotten comments before. We talk back and forth. I always address any comments that are on there. So give us a shout. Let us know what you think, and we'll comment back, and we'll go from there. But don't forget, people. Spoon, Santa Ana, off of Dyer Road, 55.
Dyer Road, 55.
OC hard hitters are always there, representing, partying. They party a little too much, Dalton.
Yeah.
We want to go over there. If you're watching it, and I know you're watching it, but we're scared because not everybody's wearing masks. You gotta wear a mask and kind of keep distance. And I see you guys partying over there, which I don't. That's you guys. You guys want to party. We want to go over there. We want to do a show. We want to talk to you guys, and we will. But we gotta have a little bit of precaution. My wife, she's in the medical field, and she's cautious about all that shit. But anyways. That's our show for today. We actually ran a little bit longer than we would like to, but we had a lot of shit to talk about.
We had to talk about it, man.
So please don't cut it off 10 minutes into the show because it's at least 40 minutes. All right? That's any parting words? We're good?
Win isn't everything. It's the only thing.
It's the only damn thing we're not doing. And I should have started the show by saying, Dallas Cowboys, take the damn season off. That's what we're doing. And Bart, if you're watching this, we got a friend named Bart. He's a diehard Eagles fan. Congratulations on your victory.
Congratulations, man.
And if for some reason you do not win and we beat you, you better believe you're going to be hearing from us.
From me, texting, everything.
Calling, texting, emailing.
Especially if Vinny Ducci goes in there and wins, right?
I'm going to email you. I'm going to text you. I'm going to freaking send a note through the USPS mail. It's going to get there in about 5 weeks, but I'm going to do all that stuff. No way in hell you should be beating us. But that's it for today.
That's it, folks. We'll see you next week. We'll see you next week. We'll have positive news next week.
All right. I doubt it.
Yeah.
I doubt it. Yeah. It's not gonna. All right. See you next week.
See you next week.
Just freaking.
I thought it was a good one.